everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video, and we have got Magneto and Professor X coming to Veve at the New York City Comic-Con. These are the exclusive drops, and I'm going to break them down for you, give you my thoughts about how I think they're going to do, and also show you another collectible in Veve that's actually rising as a result of recent news. So stick around for that. So if you do like this video, make sure you hit like, and you got to comment down below as always. And let me know if you're going for these ones. If you're going to New York Comic Con or not, are you going for these two in the marketplace because, in the store, or are you going to wait for the market and hope to get them cheaper? Which I don't know if that's going to happen. Specifically on Magneto, he looks super amazing, right? So you got to let me know about that for sure. And stay tuned to the channel because I will be in the New York City Comic Con and I will be doing lots of videos there, making sure you guys are all updated and giving you as much, the inside track as to what's going on there while I'm there 100%. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow along, and I'll do my best to keep you all informed. And I might even bring a few things back for giveaways to my channel members. That's what I'm going to try to do. Specifically, that Spider-Man comic, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's get into this. This is Magneto as an ultra rare, and he is done in that same style, that animated sort of cartoon, sort of drawn looking style. And you can see that he's actually got the animation going on right around his hand there. It looks really cool, once you get that up for sure. And then, of course, you have Professor X, and this is also from that kind of 1990s sort of version of him as well, in the yellow hover chair that he's got. I'm going to actually show you a couple of toys that you could go after in the real world that look really great, that, if you want to collect these physically as well, which is pretty cool. But these are coming out both very soon. Now, the cool thing about these are coming out on the 15th of October, right? So these ones are actually separate. This is not a blind box. You can choose which one you want to go for. And Professor X right here, he's at 40 gems and 2,600 editions. That is really nice, actually. I think he's going to do just fine. I do think that this is going to sell out, in the Veve store for sure. There's enough people at Comic-Con that are going, they're going to go all be buying it 100%. And then people at home are going to want the first appearance of basically the founder of the X-Men, and he's animated. So, I mean, it's pretty damn cool. You can see it's animated up here with the little burst coming out of his head, right? And like I said, with the, Kingpin drop that's coming right before this style right here of this kind of art that they're doing is brand new. This is a new series. They're going to have a lot more heroes like that and villains. It's going to be really cool. But anyway, he's going for about 40 right there in the list price and 2,600 as an ultra rare as a first appearance. And Magneto right here. So this comes, you can choose to go for this one if you want as well. Like I said, not blind box. You can choose both. And in fact, you might want to hit Magneto first and then hit, Professor X second, because Magneto is actually an ultra rare. He has actually a little bit more editions, but I think he's going to be more popular. 2,800 editions at 40 gems. You can see that the Professor X is 2,600 editions. So they're both pretty scarce. They're under 3,000 editions each, which is quite nice. And at 40 gems, I think that's a really good price right there for sure. I think both of these are going to sell out. Now, I do think that you'll be able to get this guy here just a bit under retail, this time. I think you might be able to get him just a bit under, but I don't think he's going to go under retail for that long. I think he's going to do well. And then I think Magneto actually is going to do over retail. I think he's going to do quite well, actually. 2,800 editions is really scarce at 40 gems. So if he was 60 gems, if these two were 60 or something, I would think a little differently. But 40 is actually pretty good. So I think that they will maintain that level. And even if they're close to retail, I mean, I think these are fantastic for long-term holds. I mean, these are the FAs of some of the most famous X-Men, from that franchise of all time. So you're going to want to get your hands on these regardless, no matter what happens. You're going to want to go into the market, grab one, in my opinion, or you're going to want to wait a while and grab one later or eventually. But I think most people are going to want to have both of these guys in their collection. So you guys let me know what you think. I think, like I said, he's going to go just a bit under retail, and I think he's going to go over retail, probably closer to 50 or so if I was to guess now. That's my first guess right there for sure, right? So if you actually look at this, video I did about the X-Men comic that's happening. Both of these characters make their first appearance in the X-Men comic. So check out my video on the review on that, because that comic is absolutely massive. Now, for X-Men 97, if you guys want to check out some toys and stuff, because this is kind of where they're coming from. This is sort of where they look. You can see that there's an X-Men 97 toy of Magneto at GameStop for about 40 bucks, about 30 to 40 bucks. You could pick that up, have it in your background on your, in your display at your house, goof around with it. This actually one is quite good because it actually does a lot of like posing. He looks really cool. Look at him right there. So this is at your GameStop if you're in the United States, and I'm up in Canada, so it's the same thing. I can get in there, or you can find other ones as well. They have other characters for sure from that kind of 97 sort of series. This is that cartoon show, that animated series. And if you want to go even a higher level on Professor X, check it out. Artifacts has this great, hover chair version right here. You can see he's hovering. It's almost exactly the same. If you actually look at our right there, it's very close, although he's pointing right there, but it's the same suit and everything. This one's actually sold out, but you might be able to find this on eBay. This is a really beautiful figure. You can see that. So there's lots of options in the physical space if you guys want to collect stuff like that. Now, for sure, there's another item in the Veve market that I said I would tell you about that's been going up in value, and that is Daredevil himself. Now, that's with the release of the Kingpin that's coming up. Daredevil has climbed up in value. You can see one's at 49, but then it goes to 57. So he actually went up into the 60s at one point recently. So like just in the last day or so. So people are wanting to pair him up with the Kingpin. So this is the kind of thing you can watch out for. I know Storm from the X-Men, she went up in value on Veve as well. So these are kind of things to watch for sure, because we're going to get more X-Men, more people from that, more mutants and stuff. It's going to be a really fun team to kind of put together. After now, we have a decent amount of the Avengers. We now are focusing on, it looks like they're going over to the X-Men and mutants, which is going to be really fantastic. Now, one other thing before we go, this, Comic-Con exclusive poster that is a secret rare going for 30 gems. There's only 600 of these. This one's going to do well, you guys. It's going to sell out. This one's actually coming coming up very shortly here. If you actually go to the article, you can go right to the top and you can see this one here is coming. This is the anniversary poster. 30 gems, 600 edition, secret rare. So this one's going to sell out right away. And, it's going to go over retail. It's probably going to be about 60 gems or so right there. So I'm going for this one. And that's a little side tip for you, just to let you know that I'm definitely going to be going for this one for sure on day one, pretty much, right? So you guys got to let me know what you think. Are you going for these guys? If so, good luck. I'll see you at New York City Comic Con, or I'll see you here on the channel reporting back to you guys. It's a crazy week in Veve. Happy collecting.